What's up, Greg? I hope you're all having a great day. Welcome back to another episode of Dance, Dance, Dance. Since I've been making videos on low-budget movies over the past couple months, I've gotten this movie suggested to me a lot. It's called Standing Ovation. It came out in 2010. It looks like sort of a High School Musical-y type movie or like a Disney Channel type movie. And I don't know if it was that popular amongst kids when it came out, so maybe some of you have seen it, I don't know. But I got this video recommended to me a lot, so I wanted to watch it, and I did. And it's really bad. It's just this really weird movie totally based around these dance competitions where these kids sing and dance, but all of the music is really bad. There's lots of really weird plot details or things that they mention at the beginning of the movie that you think are gonna come back and they never do. And overall, it just seems like a very lazily put together movie. I just kind of get the vibe that the filmmakers didn't really care when they were making this movie. They just thought like, kids will watch it even if it sucks and we will make money and that is good. So this movie starts off with a little dance competition, or it's like a singing competition or a singing and dance competition. I'm not really sure what event it is that these girls compete in. It's like a singing and dancing competition where they choreograph and write their own songs and then perform them. So it opens with these kids singing and dancing and jumping all over the stage. And it looks like the main characters of the movie are running a little bit late, because that's what underdogs do at the beginning of movies. They show up late to things. We see them all hop out of a taxi. There's Brittany.
Come on, let's go.
That's the main character. And then her grandpa, who's the taxi driver, he wishes them good luck.
Good luck, you girls. Remember, you are the best.
Hey, you're amazing. Beat you're the best. See, I told ya, I knew the alphabet.
I told you I knew the alphabet. You didn't believe me. You thought I didn't even know the letters in the alphabet, but look at me now. I got all the way to C. The music in this movie is really bad. So in this opening, it's just this random group dancing, but we do get introduced to a villain. Because while they're performing, we see this creepy man backstage press some buttons on this circuit breaker. And for some reason, instead of turning off the lights, it just sort of makes them flicker and buzz. Not sure why like flipping switches on a circuit breaker would just make the lights flicker and buzz like that, but nevertheless, it ruins their performance. Uh-oh, I smell a villain. My little villain sniffer is sniffing a guy that's up to no good. So before we're really even introduced to the main characters, we're actually introduced to the villains. So I thought that these girls were gonna be the main character since it was introducing us to them first. These are the Wiggies. They're called that because they're always wearing wigs. They're the daughter of this guy, who's the richest man in town, and he owns a wig factory, so that's why they're wearing the wigs. You may remember this guy from a few seconds ago when he the lights.
Are you girls ready to kick some?
But do you have to be so crude, Jeff? I'm trying to teach them to be ladies.
Jeff, she is trying to teach them to be ladies. Do not tell them about butts. Ladies are not supposed to know about butts.
Ladies, I'm not raising ladies. I'm raising what?
Superstar.
I think they should have turned the microphones down for that part. This movie has lots of really weird plot points and lots of weird characters and bad writing, but it's weird production quirks like this that really put the icing on the cake for this movie. Like, was nobody monitoring the audio for this scene? Nobody noticed the bar like hitting the top of the audio levels? Because this scene is supposed to be showing off how good the rival gang is at singing, but instead it just makes them all sound like, usually when movies have kid actors, they're like the weak point of the movie. But in this movie, I actually feel like the kids did a really good job. They're very cute, likable characters, and it's all of the things that the adults were supposed to do in this movie that made it really bad.
Loser. Yeah, well, at least we can sing. What did you say?
Oh, she should have said was at least we don't clip the microphone every time we harmonize. So this is the first little altercation between the main characters and the rival gang. The main characters are called the Five Ovations and the rival gang are the Wiggies. And is it just me, or is there like way too big of an age difference between the Five Ovations and the Wiggies? Because it says later on in the movie that the Five Ovations are 12 and the Wiggies look like they're like 20. Like, what kind of league is this that they're in? What kind of dance competition is pitting 20-year-olds against literal middle schoolers? How could these girls even stand a chance?
You heard me. You better watch your mouth, girl.
Do you want to do this or not? Come on. No cat fights. Go.
Okay, fine. No cat fights, but we're still gonna hiss like little cats.
They look like a bunch of plastic dolls. All I wanna do is sing.
Okay, this is another character that gets introduced. It's this little girl who's constantly trying to join the Five Ovations. She wants to be the 6th member of the group. She's very cute, but her part in the movie is really strange. For one, the song that she sings when she comes out is really weird. In editing, they must have taken out a couple beats from the song to make it like more concise, but they ended up making the song a really weird time signature.
All I wanna do is sing. All I wanna do is dance. All I wanna do is sing. Let's go, Alana, come on.
She also says weird this.
You'll never win without me. I'll put the Maloikis on you. You get warts on your face and your hair will fall out. Get out of here.
She's gonna put the Maloikis on them? What are the Maloikis? Are we supposed to know what that is? She's gonna put the Maloikis on them and they're gonna get warts all over their face and their hair's gonna fall out. Is this girl a witch?
Get out of here.
And they totally just gloss over it too. They're just like, ugh, get out. Stop threatening to curse us, you little witch girl. She also tries to join the Wiggies like 5 seconds later and they're not having it. And then she says some more weird stagehand.
They're gonna regret this. I speak with dead people.
And what do they say?
They complain a lot.
So I don't know if the Maloikis is like a family of dead people that she talks to all the time. Either way, it's very confusing, and by now you're probably thinking, okay, so this is like a singing and dancing movie that has like a weird supernatural twist to it. Like, are ghosts gonna come help them learn how to sing and dance? Like, this supernatural thing is going to come back later in the movie, right? And, no, it doesn't. The rest of the movie is just a teen dance movie. Nothing supernatural. It's just a weird thing that they set up at the beginning of the movie. Like, by the way, in this universe, there are ghosts. There might even be witches, but that's not important to this story.
I see you around school. All the girls want you because you're so cool.
So the Wiggies hit the stage and their dance is very professional. It's extremely polished, well choreographed, of course, because they're 20 years old. They could literally be professional dancers. And while they're on stage dancing, one of the Five Ovations girls' costume rips because the Wiggies put gum on their chair.
What the heck is this stuff? Chewing gum. Those Wiggies put it there on purpose.
So it makes it seem like the Wiggies sabotage all of their competitors in like really obvious ways. Like the first group of girls got the lights turned off on them, and then this group of girls had their costumes ripped open. Don't you think the judges would be like, huh, it's kind of weird that at every single competition, the Wiggies are the only ones that don't have something super big go wrong with their performance. That's kind of suspicious. Also, did the first group get another chance after the lights got turned off on them? Or were the judges just like, well, their dancing was really good, but the part where the lights turned off and flickered and there was that buzzing sound was really scary and weird. I don't know why they added that. And the choreography for that part was really weird too. Like, why did they just stop dancing and look around all confused like they had no idea what was going on? It's gonna be a no from me, Chief. When I first saw the scene of the Wiggies dancing, I was like, those headsets look just like Xbox 360 headsets. And then you get a closer look at them later and they totally are. They didn't even try to paint over the Xbox 360 logo. And at first I was like, oh, well, they're just props, obviously. Like, they're not actually singing through those things because the first group that was on stage didn't have them. But as the Wiggies are getting off stage, they take them off and hand them to the stagehand and then pay him to put pepper in them to sabotage the Five Ovations, which he does while they're standing like right there. And then he walks away to go stand in the corner facing the wall.
Can you bounce to the beat tonight? Can you bounce? Can you bounce? Everything's alright. Can you bounce, bounce, bounce?
And of course, the pepper ruins their performance. They start sneezing up a storm. Their whole dance number is ruined. This one girl sneezes so hard, her costume comes undone again. And the audience thinks it's hilarious. Everyone is laughing hysterically. Everyone, except for this one girl, is laughing hysterically. I love the thought of this group of 12-year-old girls messing up like one of the biggest performances of their lifetime in front of this really big crowd on a dance number they worked really hard on. And the audience, full of grown adults, just laughing hysterically at them. Like, this is brutal. Drag them, grown adults. You drag those little girls. Later on, Brittany is in the car sulking and she's being consoled by her grandpa, whose Irish accent is suddenly 10 times stronger than it was in the first scene.
You're going to have to give it up, girl.
I'm not sure the audience even liked us today.
Yeah, No, they definitely didn't. They laughed you off the stage. I don't know how they could have been any more clear that they didn't like your performance. Brittany has a troubled home life, to say the least. Both of her parents are gone. I think her mom is dead and her dad left. They don't really ever say why. He just got mad one time and left.
So why did he leave Mark and me?
He was that angry?
So they live with their grandpa. Their brother is a bit of a troublemaker as well. Oh, and their grandpa has a crippling addiction to betting on horse races. So much so that they often can't pay their electricity bill. So they just chill with like 1,000 candles in their house, like they're performing a seance.
Dumb is dumb, there ain't nothing dumber.
Turn off the electric again.
Is that a light switch? I don't think that that's a light switch. I think that that's a dimmer. It's not even clicking when he presses it. He's pressing a stationary object. Dad, you forgot to pay the electricity bill again! Hey guys, I don't want to assume anything, but maybe your lights would work if you bought real light switches. The grandpa's gambling addiction is actually so bad that Brittany and her brother have to hide all of the money that they make in an ice tray in the freezer so that the grandpa won't find it and go spend it on horse races.
CBS Television is having a best music video contest with the finalists singing on national television for $1 million.
I like this girl. She delivers every line like that. Like she's like kind of not really sure if she's allowed to say what she's saying, or she's just not really sure about anything. And they're having a competition for like $1 million. I don't know, is that what I'm supposed to say? So this is the main conflict of the entire movie. There's this TV station that's having this music video contest. The winner gets like $1 million and a record deal, and they get to perform on this TV station all the time. And guess who already signed up? The Wiggies.
And the Wiggies have already started rehearsing for it.
What? They start rehearsals here today. What do you mean here?
Mr. Wiggs, he already rented the gym and a professional choreographer from Los Angeles.
And then there's this part where the little girl, remember the little girl from earlier? She like hops into the music video because she wants to be a part of it, and the dad pulls her aside, and then this conversation happens.
What are you doing?
What does it look like I'm doing? I'm practicing to dance so I can join the group. They need some talent like me.
Well, you're too small.
What? What was the purpose of that shot? I did not alter that at all. That's exactly what happens. They're in the middle of a conversation, and then they just throw in this weird slow-mo shot zooming in on one of the Wiggies' faces. I don't understand why. What is the purpose? It's just that when you're editing a movie, it goes through like so many iterations and passes when multiple people are looking at it and the director's reviewing it. Multiple people made the conscious decision to first put this into the edit and then keep it in the edit, and I can't figure out why. Oh my. Then we get some more scenes showing how troubled Brittany's life is. Her brother is hanging around this group of very goth people.
How's it going, bro? What's going on, man? How's the little sister?
I'm not your sister, and he ain't your bro.
Ooh-wee! Little Miss Chili Pepper, strutting her stuff.
This one boy talks like he's a character from Rick and Morty.
Ooh-wee! Whatever you want, Rick. We're here to help.
Then there's a scene where she's singing on the pier trying to make money, and this dude tries to steal from her.
You took my $10. You need to give it back.
What are you talking about?
I got a picture of your fat little fingers taking it right here.
But luckily, this girl Joey steps in to help.
You two are sick. They gotta run you two out of here.
Yeah, you're guilty, mister, and you know it.
You got any more tips?
Yeah, and lots of them. All you gotta do is let me manage you and the group.
We don't need a manager.
Didn't look that way yesterday. You know those Wiggies? They made you look like a bunch of clumsy fools on that stage.
So, what would you have done?
Wouldn't even have happened if I'd been in charge. If I were there, they would have been swimming with the fishes.
She would have killed the Wiggies? If they tried to sabotage the show, she would have murdered those girls. Sounds like a good manager to me.
How much would we have to pay you?
You don't gotta pay me nothing. You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. All you gotta do is help me find somebody.
What kind of somebody?
Somebody that stole $90,000 from my family 12 years ago.
So Joey tells Brittany that she'll actually manage them for free as long as Brittany helps her with a very special mission. Apparently a long time ago, somebody stole $90,000 from Joey's dad, and Joey wants to find the person who did it because apparently the stress of getting $90,000 stolen from him killed Joey's dad.
Because the stress put my pop 6 feet under.
He was so stressed out that he died. Then there's this scene where the Wiggies are shooting part of their music video at this club. They're dancing on stage, they're being filmed, and there's this group that's performing a song that's really bad.
That the dance floors wait for me, and I can't wait.
And the young 12-year-old girls are actually at the club too, because apparently it's a club that only serves vitamin water and not alcohol. This scene is very bad. Not much happens in it, and like every 10 seconds, it cuts back to this group performing their song, and the song is just like them repeating the same word over and over. For a movie that's totally centered around music, the writers really seem to phone it in for the whole music part of it. Like, one of the reasons that High School Musical was such a big success is because the songs were like catchy and fun and kids loved to sing them. In this movie, the songs are just like, on the dance floor, on the dance floor, on the dance floor. There's a song that the Five Ovations perform that's just one of the girls saying yeah over and over. So throughout this whole movie, a couple things are going on. The girls are shooting their music video and they have a couple run-ins with the Wiggies, like this one where they both show up to the same restaurant, and then the Wiggies sing this weird song about manners.
Soup to nuts, mind your P's and Q's. Sit up straight or you get no food. Girls, listen to Dad.
Don't make him mad.
Don't make me sad.
Don't make him mad, don't make me sad. Come now, girls, use your manners. Please don't make Daddy cry. And then there's several scenes of Joey and Brittany trying to hunt down the person who stole all that money from her dad. And in every one of these scenes, Joey uses some ridiculous lethal to try to get answers out of the person she's talking to. Like here, she's using some poison that she has in a spray can. Here, she pulls a cobra out of her purse. Whoa! And locks a dude in a room with it. The goth boy from earlier tries to intimidate them, and an electric eel comes out of her bag and bites him in the face. I don't know how this dude's not dead. This girl is dangerous. She's a psychopath. I don't think she was joking when she was talking about killing the Wiggies earlier. So they finished their music video and they've submitted, and now they're nervously awaiting a call to see if they're going to be one of the finalists that gets to go to New York.
I can't believe you guys are eating. Aren't you nervous?
I always eat when I'm nervous.
What's with the dot? She's been chanting and meditating for our success.
Is it true? Is it really true?
They're not gonna follow up with any more questions about that, about what just happened. They're just gonna gloss over that. They're just like, oh yeah, that makes sense. She's so stressed about the results of the contest that she became Hindu, as one does. So of course the Five Ovations make the finals and the Wiggies do too. We get to see the Wiggies music video, which of course is a highly professional music video made by grown adults. Although it is kind of weird, it doesn't seem like they used any of the footage that we saw them shoot for the music video. The Five Ovations have a pretty good music video too. They even got this group of boys to be in it. They come in and drop some bars.
Please, I ain't got you. I'm the leader of the pack and I brought my crew.
You brought your crew? Yeah, I brought mine too. Now, baby, show me what you gonna do.
True, I don't think you're ready yet. You know I'm cool by the way I step.
You know I'm cool by the way that I step. Okay, so from here it gets kind of confusing and I'm a little foggy on what happens. But even though they were already picked as finalists to come to New York, there's another round of eliminations and they get picked as finalists again. So they're like the finalists of the finalists. And even though the whole competition is based around making an original song and a music video, the way that they're gonna pick the winners is by having everyone perform a song live, and it's not the song from the music video. They have to make a different song and new choreography, and it's not about music videos anymore, it's a dance competition again. The Wiggies' performance is good, very well choreographed. They even brought back the guy from the club.
Here they come, here they come, here they come.
But the Five Ovations performance is insane.
I am a T2 intergalactic space traveler with a female interface. Make me dance.
It's like this weird outer space experimental experience.
I am T3 intergalactic space traveler with a male interface. Make me dance.
They got like a ton of extra dancers. They have this adult woman. The little girl from before who wanted to be in their group is suddenly in it, but now she has this hauntingly angelic voice. Like, how did these 12-year-olds write, produce, even conceive of this? they win, of course. Obviously, because they basically reinvented the art of dance on stage for everyone to see. And they get the $1 million and they get the TV deal and all that, but that's not really where the movie ends, because Joey found the guy that stole all that money from her pops. And coincidentally, he's right upstairs because he's the CEO of the TV station. So Brittany and Joey go upstairs to confront him, and this happens.
You want to go back to whatever dump you came from with nothing?
It's better than working for a creep like you.
Dumb is dumb and there ain't nothing dumber.
What did you just say?
Dumb is dumb and there ain't nothing dumber.
I said you're dumb, kid. Now get out of here.
You said dumb is dumb, and there ain't nothing dumber.
He's her dad. The CEO of the TV station is Brittany's daddy, and Brittany's daddy stole money from Joey's daddy, and now he's a rich daddy. And he left Brittany, I guess just to go be rich. And at first, Brittany's all upset and she leaves and she's like, I don't want you to be a part of my life. You abandoned me and my brother just so you could go be rich, and also you stole from this girl's dad so hard that he died. But then the dad comes back and buys everyone presents, and everyone just forgives him. Even the grandpa who got stuck raising his kids when he just abandoned them to go be rich, and the son who he abandoned is just like, hey, dad's back. Cool, nothing to look into there.
She's tough, Dad.
You tell me about it.
And Brittany's a little skeptical at first. She's like, you can't just win me over with all these presents. And then he's like, but I also threw a party and everyone's invited.
So, why isn't Joey here?
She's gonna be at the party.
Party? What party?
They're having a party for everyone in the contest, even the Wiggies are coming.
Come on, y'all!
And then at the party, they hug and make up. And that's the end of the movie. The movie ends with Brittany being like, I wish my mom could come back. And the dad's like, well, she can't. And then they hug and then roll credits. And that's the end of the movie.
I want you to bring back my mother.
Honey, I wish I could do that. Little baby. Oh.
So what was the moral of the movie? What did we learn? Don't hide your money in the ice tray from your grandpa because he'll find it. It's okay to leave your kids as long as when you come back, you are rich. I'd say there's actually a lot of pretty solid morals in this story. All right, guys, well, that's the entire movie. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you guys for all checking out my EP, which I released a couple weeks ago. I've been like blown away by the response to it. I'm glad a lot of you guys seem to like the Bad Boy music video. There will be more content related to the EP coming, so stay on the lookout for that. If you haven't listened to the EP yet, you can find it on iTunes and Spotify and Apple Music, all that stuff. The link is in the description. So thank you guys for checking that out. I really appreciate all of your feedback on it. Thank you for watching this video. If you're new here and you're not subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe and turn on my notifications to join Greg. If you're new, you're probably wondering why I have the word Greg on my wall, and that's because my family on YouTube is called Greg, and all you have to do to join is turn on my notifications and subscribe. There are many benefits to being in Greg, and one of them is being immortal. So please subscribe and turn on my notifications to join Greg. Okay, thank you Harmony Rose for turning on my notifications. You are truly Greg. I'll see you guys next time where I get hit by a car and I just keep on flying. I just fly all the way into the sky, into space, and into the sun. Bye! This video is over now.
Over now.
Go find something else to watch.
Or just watch this video.
I know we had a lot of fun.
A lot of fun.
But you can't stay on this end screen forever.
No.
This video is over now.
Over now.
So why are you still watching this?
Do you not have